3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to Brom School Server Podcast, Episode 2, where we explore the fascinating world of science and biology. I'm your host, Sakura Wang from IB1, and today I'm thrilled to invite Dr. Morris, our amazing biology teacher and a true expert in the field of science. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Morris.
Thank you.
To begin with, can you tell us about your journey in the world of science and what sparked your interest in biology?
So my interest in biology started, or my interest in science started when I was in year 9 at school. So I was doing chemical equations in my class and I realised that not everybody was able to do it, and I was thinking, I'm actually quite good at this. And then as my confidence grew, I became more interested. I did biology as my degree and then sort of specialised in biochemistry, and I realised that the less I know, the more I wanted to know, and therefore it just became more and more interesting, and obviously it's never finishing.
That's fascinating. It's amazing how early experience can shape our passions. Were there a particular moment or project during your studies that you found especially impactful?
Well, so there's been a number of instances where I've been working on research projects where it doesn't always work, and there's a time pressure for the work that you do. So I spent a couple of years studying a particular aspect of science that wasn't publishable, so that was a little bit demoralising. One of my challenges is writing, scientific writing, so writing up my PhD was quite a challenge in itself, but ultimately it's given me the tools to carry on doing research. So yes, it's all worked out in the end.
I can imagine how impactful that must be. As you pursue your study, were there any challenges you faced that test your commitment to science?
So no, I think what you need to have if you're a scientist is you have to have resilience. It's not always going to work first time. There's always going to be an opportunity for you to have to repeat stuff. I've been fortunate. I've worked in some very nice institutes and with some very good scientists. So I think I've benefited quite kindly from that. And the end product is always publishable. So I've been quite pleased.
Moving on to your teaching career, what inspired you to be a biology teacher?
So, as a researcher, I worked with a number of students at sort of at a PhD level, and I always found that interesting and rewarding. I had an opportunity to retrain as a teacher, so I took it. I didn't realise how difficult teaching would be, really. I mean, there's a lot of challenges in teaching, but ultimately the reward I get is with the young people I work with. I find them really interested, and it's nice to meet students that want to study the way you do. I met a young lady recently who told me she wants to be a plant scientist, and that's the first time that's happened in my teaching career, so that makes me very happy as well.
That's a great point. Now, for our listeners, many seniors are considering studying biology and natural science after graduation, including me. What advice would you give to them as they make this important decision?
I would argue that, just follow your passions, okay? Be aware of what you're going into. I studied plant science myself, and sometimes the opportunities are limited. I think if I'd done a similar sort of work in a medical field, maybe that would have given me a little bit more of a career path. So have an eye on the prize, where do you want to go, and what you need to do to take it along the way. But it's a fascinating career. I've never worked in a bad lab. The people make the place as well, and it's a lovely communal environment to work with.
Thank you, Dr. Morris, for sharing your wonderful experience with us today. It's been a pleasure of having you on the podcast.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.